Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, share this with your friends on social media and abound, and of course, subscribe. Today, you know why we're here. The number one running back in the portal chose the Wolverines. Me and Rick are here to celebrate it, all that, and of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro them. And I'ma tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a lot of chatter going on after Michigan landed quarterback Mikey Keene. A lot of the Michigan faithful weren't necessarily pleased with the move. They thought we could have aimed higher. Mikey Keene, though, is on board. Mikey Keene is familiar with new offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey and his offensive style, his system. So they got together and chose Mikey Keene. You guys are acting like over the last couple seasons, Mikey Keene hasn't thrown over 40 touchdowns. You're acting like this season, Mikey didn't complete 70% of his passes. I know the interceptions were up this year. That touchdown to interception ratio could definitely improve. But for what the Michigan Wolverines need Mikey Keene to do, Mikey Keene is keen to accomplish that. And that is get the number one overall player in the country in the class of 2025 ready to take over the reins and be the superstar for the Michigan Wolverines that he was destined to be. Enough of that. Tony Alford, come to the front of the line, sir. You have just scored the number one running back in the transfer portal, one Mr. Justice Haynes. Ric Flair, how do we feel about it?
Woo! I'm the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
This guy, Tony Alford, was getting a lot of hate. Most of it coming from that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. They were trying to tell us that Tony Alford wasn't worth the headache. They were trying to tell us that Tony Alford wouldn't land Michigan top-level running backs. Look no further than Donovan Johnson. Look no further than Jasper Parker in this class. Two very special talents. And now Michigan has added to that with the number one running back. Let me repeat it. Number one running back in the transfer portal, Mr. Justice Haynes out of Alabama. All right. Alabama's secondary looks like a who's who of former Michigan players. However, we just got a prize of our own in Justice Haynes. Me and Ric Flair are happy about it. I'm sure you're happy about it. One more time for the people, Rick.
I'm the best there is. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Justice Haynes is absolutely him. You look at the tape here, the film just from that Missouri game. He absolutely ran over a human being like he had no regard for human life and kept it pushing. By the way, this guy still has 3 years of eligibility, played in 12 games this past season, 79 rushes for 448 yards. That was good for 5.7 yards per carry and 7 touchdowns. We got a player here, ladies and gentlemen, and he puts Michigan in that Michigan running back room right back near or at the top in the Big Ten immediately next year. When you add to that the fact that Michigan has a budding superstar in the making in Jordan Marshall, you add to that they have an electrifying, and when I say electrifying, I do mean electrifying running back, young running back, and Micah Kaipana. You add to that they have Ben Johnson back there to bulldoze himself. This running back room is elite, people, and don't let anybody from one of these rival fan bases tell you otherwise. In addition to his rushing prowess, Mr. Haynes can also catch it out of the backfield with 17 receptions, 99 yards. That was good for 5.8 yards per reception. He was averaging 5.7 yards from scrimmage this year. Over 500 yards from scrimmage this year, and it's only going to be better next year. This is a guy with a little experience. He can help bring along those young guys I just mentioned. The guys from this class, Donovan Johnson, Jasper Parker, the guys from the last class, Micah Kaipana, Jordan Marshall. All these guys are going to be able to learn a little bit from this guy, as well as hone their own skills in that backfield. And the competition level is set very high in Michigan's rushing backfield this upcoming season. I, for one, am very happy about it. This is a position that kind of needed a little boost, if you will. Not that I didn't believe in those other guys, because I absolutely do, and I absolutely think that they all have a chance to be very special at Michigan. But this addition adds to that level of competition that was already going to be there, and again shows that Michigan can recruit at an elite level in the portal, because people were really questioning that, right? A lot of people, like I said, didn't like the Mikey Keene pickup. A lot of people were questioning whether or not Michigan were real players in this transfer portal when we saw guys go to other places. But I trust this coaching staff. I trust Sharon Moore, especially on the recruiting trail. He has been dynamite all season. This staff has been dynamite all season. And now a guy like Tony Alford is being spotlighted here because he is bringing something special to the fold. Brian Jean-Marie with pickups like Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng, and then you pick up Troy Bowles. He put into the spotlight when guys were questioning whether or not he could recruit at an elite level, and now he's got massive pickups under his belt. Lou Esposito came in red hot and is proven to hold on to that and proven to be a dynamite recruiter. Lamar Morgan, the same, might have gotten off to a slower start than Lou Esposito, but that peak might be even higher than Lou Esposito in terms of what he was able to do in that defensive backfield. So Michigan really doing a great job in the portal, despite all the rumors, despite all the noise from fans and rivals alike. I, for one, appreciate what Michigan has been able to accomplish in this portal. They're getting Michigan type players as well as top end talent players. I think Donovan McCulley is going to have a special season. He's such a big body. He's got experience. He's got explosiveness. He played high school quarterback. He played some quarterback at Indiana. And as a receiver, though, he knows the route tree. Coming from that quarterback position, now transitioning to receiver over the last few years. And he's got the experience of playing in the Big Ten, playing top-end talent. So I believe that he's going to have a massive season. You pair that with a guy like Justice Haynes, and it's really pick your poison on offense for Michigan. And by the way, they're not done, people. Let me say that again. They're not done. Things are still percolating where they need to percolate. Trust and believe. Keep it locked right here to the Maize Madman channel for all the updates. Be sure to follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. And you know the slogan. Actually, before we get to the slogan, comment down below. Let's talk about this pickup. Let's talk about what Michigan needs to do next, where you think the next commitment comes from. Let's talk about all that in the comment section. Now, until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go to the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. Son. I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that puff. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
And how
down.
the